Hello, how are you, Chloe? Welcome to the chat hour, as I've come to call it, chat hour, which is I think a bit silly, a bit goobery, but I don't know what else to call it, cause like chat hour just seems like a good way to go, you know. Got my hair cut yesterday. You can probably tell. Um, it's my brother's birthday on Sunday, and it's Mother's Day. So, like, we're doing a lot of stuff together. So yeah, I have to look good. I have to look nice, which sucks. But we're gonna have this fancy Italian stuff, so I'm gonna get a fancy Italian stuff. I can't tell, but that's just because of autism. You know what? Talk about a mood. Hello. Hello, Pez. How are you? How are you? It's Pez from Denmark. Oh, your GIF is working today. Look at it. Look at your GIF is floating. It's floating right there. Alright. It didn't work last time. Don't know why. Good, I'm good. That's good. How was your weekend? How was everybody's weekend? I know me and Chloe played some Sea of Thieves together. Hold on, I'm just gonna take a little. Ooh. Is it gonna be a what sort of thing do you get from the pub? I'm a meat pie type of girl. I love me a meat pie. Who doesn't like meat pies? You know? Meat pies are for people who have who are just powerful, who know how to live their life. Cuz who doesn't like a good meat pie? Their menu is really restricted at the moment, but maybe a burger. Burgers are good. Do you like shepherd's pies? Do you like shepherd's pies? Because that will be pretty important. Because I like making shepherd's pies. Oh no. I do! But instead of putting peas, I just put corn. So there's no peas in it. I don't like peas. Peas are overrated. Potato is delicious. What are you talking about, Chloe? This bitch is hating on potatoes. Imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine hating on potatoes. What is wrong with potatoes? Please explain to me the problem with potatoes. Because I don't know what the problem with potatoes is. I think they're totally good and delicious. Is it the texture? Because you can change the texture of potatoes. You can change so much things about potatoes. Too starchy. I might like them if they weren't so. Do you like them as fries? Like chips and whatnot? Like you go to like McDonald's or something? Do you get fries? Well, why don't we just make home fries at the Bimbo Summit? But you don't like mashed potatoes? I wrote notes down for what I'm going to talk about today. But I'm waiting for Katie to show up. So, like, maybe make a shepherd's pie out of fries. You know what? That will be that might be something we try. I don't know how you would make a shepherd's pie with just fries, steak and tanglefoot pie, short crust and puff pastry top, buttery mash, badger beer gravy, braised red cabbage. They serve this. Maybe I'll try it. That sounds good. What is tanglefoot though? Let me Google what tanglefoot is. Tanglefoot. Where is Emma and Amanda? What? I'm confused. Tanglefoot is like, I'm googling it, and it's like tanglefoot, tree insect barrier. Tanglefoot, tangle sticky trap coating. Tanglefoot, tangle trap sticky coating. Tanglefoot tree care kit organic insect blocker. Who is good sushi? Let me do Tanglefoot food. Tanglefoot. Oh, tanglefoot might be it's an herb or something? Let me Google it. It's a resin? It's weird. I don't know what Tanglefoot is. There's another sushi? Oh my god. How are we gonna cope with just 2 sushis? There's a good sushi, and then there's Chloe. Yesterday I had to go to the freaking DMV, and I'm so upset about it because we went to the DMV and there was a huge line outside, and I was like, the fuck? And there was nowhere to sit. So I was standing in line, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna pass out. I've been standing too long. And then my mom just like flagged a guy down and started yelling at him. It's like, my daughter's disabled, you know. And I was like, dang, Mom, thank you. And then he said that I could have just renewed my driver's license online. I didn't even need to make an appointment, so I wasted my time. I didn't even need to go to the DMV. It was a whole... I don't know why I did that. He was like, you could have just renewed your license online, right? And I was like, what? He was like, yeah, it's just go to the DMV website. I was like, oh my god. How embarrassing. How embarrassing. But I did get to have ribs because we went to the rib place and got some ribs. Why do they even have a place then if you can do it online? Like, yeah, why did they let me schedule an appointment for my driver's license renewal if I can just do it online? It also cost me $50. Why does my camera keep going out of focus? My face is right here. This is my face. There we go. Yeah, it cost me $50 I didn't have. I thought it was going to be like $20. It was like $50. I was like, shit. Keep trying to focus on the real star? What? Oh, I need to close... Yeah, I need to close the curtains, don't I? Give me one moment. And it's also trying to focus on, what, Harold back there? Listen, Harold is not the true star. We are co-stars of this show. And y'all haven't asked Harold a single question today. And how is he supposed to be the star if he can't talk? Okay. I'm back. Yeah, how is Harold supposed to be the star if y'all never ask him questions? Riddle me that. I also went kayaking yesterday. And I was kayaking and it was a little gray outside, but we didn't think anything of it. And we saw that there was a thunderstorm coming, but it was like, we'll get at least an hour of ask Harold for advice. Oh shoot. I'll tell the kayaking story after Harold.
Is Frogus's head a comfy place? Yes, indeed, it is incredibly comfortable. Yeah, Frogus is literally a plushie, so, literally made to be comfy. He's pretty good. I love Frogus. Frogus is great. Yeah, Frogus is poggers. Very warm up there. Very, very warm on Frogus's head. I would highly recommend it if you feel unwell. Okay.
So we were kayaking and I wanted to go fishing because I was just like, I want to go fishing. I haven't fished in forever. So I was out there on the water and I was listening to an audiobook and I heard a rumble, but I was like, okay, it was just a little rumble, didn't do anything. Oh, I was also with my mom. She was walking around the lake. Salmon? What? And then I looked over at the sky and I saw it turned really gray. And then I got out my phone to call my mom. Like I was on the phone app. And then right as I was about to click the caller, she called me. It was like magic. I was like, oh my god. And then we were both like, Leah, let's go. And we left before the thunder came. So I was safe. I'm okay. Wife, you could stop yelling at me. Now that Katie is here, I want to talk about Katie's new video that she released today, about the new Apex Legends season, whatever the fuck it's called. Apex Season 2. Let me just find the video real quick, real schmick. Cause it's Katie does AIM compilation videos. Okay. Oop. Uh-oh. Streamlabs, please respond to commands of my Stream Deck. Okay, it's not responding to commands from my Stream Deck. So we're gonna have to do this the freaking old-fashioned way. Okay. Here is Katie's new video. It's my first day in the Arena's Apex Legacy season update. Okay, let's watch it.
Fuck better. I don't like it.
Katie! Language! Also, your the text that you put on screen is very hard to read. Like the pink. Did you outline it? I'll go back and we'll look at it again. Okay, watch this shit. I watched this before. First of all, how are you so accurate with an SMG? From that distance. Katie, name a better combo than Katie and a Wigman. Look at how did she, I don't understand how Katie can just like whip around and do things. Like be able to aim so good, like do this, like phew, and then just go. Like watch this. How did this person not die? I mean, not kill you. I mean, how do you do that? I don't. Katie is too good at video games. Yes. Subscribe to Katie's channel. It's Katie HD. Katie HD on Twitch. This is my wife. You gotta subscribe and turn notifications on or I'll be upset with you. Yes, Katie is always practicing her video games. Okay, Chloe said lightning is not legally allowed to strike you without your consent. This is something I agree with. You know what? We should start canceling problematic lightning. Problematic lightning is destroying lives. It is attacking people without their consent, and truly, as we know, doing anything without consent is evil. So, you know what I hate? I had to make the stew for today, for tonight's dinner, right? And I assumed that we had already gotten all the ingredients. And I checked, we don't have any fucking beef stock, not even a little bit of OXO. I was like, oh my god. So I had to finagle. I had to finagle it. I had to figure it out on my own with my big brain. Hopefully it tastes good. Probably not gonna taste good. I'm not that good at cooking. I kind of just winged it. I winged it a lot of times. I wing it a lot of times, gang. I want you to know that. With cooking, I wing it 90% of the time. I made the roast chicken last night, and that was really good. I love chicken skin. If you don't want the chicken skin, I will steal the chicken skin from you, and I will eat it in front of you. Because chicken skin is delicious. It's crispy. It's salty. It's good. It's delicious. I want it. Give me the damn chicken skin. And you gotta stuff that chicken ass with onions or something. Woo! Onions from the chicken's ass are delicious. Onion that goes in a chicken's ass is the best. I highly recommend it. But yeah, today we're gonna be playing Spyro Reignited because I don't know if everyone here has heard. I've talked about it in the Discord. But Toys for Bob, the studio that did the Spyro Reignited trilogy, was turned into a Call of Duty studio by Activision. So we're probably never going to get another we're probably not going to get another Spyro game, which is upsetting because I love Spyro. Who doesn't love Spyro? I think Spyro is probably one of the best game series from the 2000s, or even wasn't it the late 90s actually? I think it's the late 90s. So, I don't know why they wouldn't. Like, as far as I know, the Reignited trilogy and the Crash Bandicoot games were pretty financially successful. But there's so many good games from then. Yeah, it was PS1, so like 95 to 2000 or so. Yeah. So that era, that was, I'm just saying that's one of the best. Not the best. I said one of the best. So don't be coming here putting words in my mouth, Katie. Yeah, we don't need more Call of Duties. Thank you, Katie. Katie, the FPS bitch, says we don't need any more Call of Duties. I think that's all you really need to hear. But Ocarina of Time in Final Fantasy was released in that time period. So maybe Spyro can take a third place medal? I never said it was the best. I never said it was the best, fuckers. Why are y'all putting words in my mouth? I said it was one of the best. I could say the most non-statement ever, and y'all would put words in my mouth. I could be like, I like chicken soup, and y'all would be like, why did you say chicken soup was the best soup? Chicken soup is not the best soup. The best soup is chicken and lentil soup, okay? It's okay, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking on with y'all. The last two are good enough to last years. I don't know. Call of Duty Warzone sucks ass. Why is that shit so big? Why is that shit taking up like half of my hard drive? Excuse me. Whew. But yeah, I had to go hit DMV yesterday and it sucked. But that's because it's a battle royale mode. What does the battle royale mode have to do with the size of a video game? Warzone is hard. I am nobody casual. I'm newbie casual. Well, the only thing that I like about Warzone is like, its response to dying. I think it's really interesting how you can fight to like respawn or whatever. Giant map, yeah. Oh, I was just saying that's why it sucks, not why it's so big. Oh, okay. I was like, what are you talking about, Katie? What does a battle royale have to do with how big a video game? Apex is not that big, but Apex has to update like all the fucking time. Can it relax? Okay. Cause like every time I open Origin, it's like, do you want to update Apex Legends? I'm like, no, can I just play The Sims, please? Without you stealing all my internet bandwidth, please? I like to play The Sims and watch a movie at the same time. Let me do that. I feel like The Sims, I was just talking about this the other day with Chloe. Like The Sims isn't a game that I can play for a long time. Like I get really into it for like 4 or 5 days, and then after that I'm like, no more. I don't like it anymore. But Apex is always broken. Why is it always broken? Do they know how to make a video game? So it always needs... Why can't they just make a functioning video game? Like, Overwatch didn't need to be updated this much. And Overwatch aggravated me just as much as Apex because they have the same fucking problem, the Origin and the Battle.net launchers, with my internet. Like, they'll just, like, I'll have like 2 minutes of like really high internet speed, and then it'll slowly drop to 0 bits per second, and I have to be like, what the fuck? And I have to like keep restarting it so it'll download. It's so annoying. Don't know what to fix it. I've had that problem for yonks. Let me tell you, yonks. I think the Source engine is just super old and was never meant to handle 60-player servers and maps that big. I mean, yeah, probably. Like, I think that's a really big problem with a lot of game development companies, is that they're relying on really old game engines. Still, like, why is Bethesda still using the same engine as Oblivion? Why? It's been a decade. It's been over a decade. Please let it go. I know. But I feel like they can make exponentially better games if they just updated their engine. Like, everybody who's on that Unreal Engine shit, that shit's spicy. Everything is good. Usually. Don't take me out of context. I know, but money. They're used to it and has everything they need already, even though it sucks. I mean, sure, but if you work as a team to create a new engine, you will know how to use that engine because you worked on it. You created it. You made it. So, checkmate, Katie. And also, people can be trained. Like, I mean, people, like game developers move between studio, working on different engines every time. So that's not an excuse, I don't think. I don't think that's a valid response. Catherine. Sorry. You just got checkmated by me. Maybe it's kind of like how video editors don't want to update their software. Well, that's different. That's different. Hold up. Let me drink my water. Because that video editing software only affects the editor, right? Like, as long as the videos are still good, it doesn't really affect the viewer. But with a video game engine, that shit affects the gamers as well. It affects us because we have to keep playing games. Well, you don't have to keep playing, but we have to play games with your fucking shitty engine. Can we just please get a new engine? Please. No, I see your point, Katie. If they changed to Unreal, they would need to retrain hundreds of staff, causing a huge delay to any games they're working on. I never said switch to Unreal. I am just saying that studios that have switched to Unreal and studios that have made games in the newest Unreal Engine are really good. Usually, right? Like, I think the Spyro Reignited trilogy was made in the newer Unreal Engine. But all I'm saying is that, like, if a company works on making a new engine, like, Bethesda doesn't even need to make it that different to what they have now. They just need to, like, restart from the beginning. Like, the Unreal Engine, we're not still using the same Unreal Engine as like a decade ago. They just updated it, made it newer, better. You know, like, you can do that with your game engines. I don't know why we're acting like Unreal Engine is any different or special. They just have a game dev company behind them that actually cares about making a fucking game engine that works. See, look at us talking about... Oh, pass. Now that you're doing a eulogy for Toys for Bob, I wonder what your feelings are on the belated death of Yahoo Answers. I'm very upset about the closing of Yahoo Answers. Was there an archive? Did anybody archive? Can we, like, access them still? Like, can we look at them? Or no, are they all gone? Because if nobody archived them, I'm sort of pissed off. What the fuck? I'm not smart enough for all this stuff, but I can say FPS games on Unreal engines don't feel very good. Like, which game? Like, which FPS games? I don't... If you tell me which games, I can probably think about it. If they're all on the Wayback Machine, then... Is it really that bad? You know what I mean? Like, you can still find those answers. It'll be a bit difficult, though, because you can't just search for a question. You have to go to the Wayback Machine and blah, 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 blah. Katie, I'm asking what game titles. Can you tell me? Unreal Tournament, for example, I have not played. It forces a VSync like input delay. Oh, that's weird. Why does it do that? That seems like something you should complain about. You should bitch about. Use your platform, Katie, as the best FPS player to bitch about this. Unreal Tournament and Splitgate from the top of my head. But I thought you liked Splitgate. I am confusion. Katie, I always thought that you liked Splitgate. I thought that was the game that you wanted to play all the time. Am I wrong? I don't want to be wrong, but it's not super bad. But it's kind of noticeable if you switch between games. Well, as long as everyone has the same delay, it's not a huge deal. No. Katie will explain why this is a huge deal and why it is aggravating. Because I've heard this from my wife too many times. It just feels kind of gross sometimes. What do you mean gross? Like it's just like you're putting your hand in like sloppy goo and you're like, ooh. That's what it feels like. It's just not right. Like, ooh. I know. I think that's an okay point because it's fair for everyone. Well, sure. Just because it's fair for everyone doesn't mean it's not aggravating as hell. Hey, sloppy goo is a good feeling. Since when? What are you talking about? Like chunky sloppy goo? Like, you know when like you blow your nose and your snot is kind of chunky? Like imagine that, but it's encompassing your entire hand. You like that feeling? You like that feeling, Paz? I don't think you do. But it just doesn't feel good to play. Well, I imagine it's just annoying because it doesn't feel like the game is an extension of you. It forces you to realize this is a video game. And it sucks. There's a delay and it's kind of annoying. And I imagine that delay is really annoying for flicking. I know video game things. I imagine it's very annoying for flicking. Don't quote me on that. It's only one frame, I think. So you can get used to it pretty Really? Y'all are bitching about one frame? One frame of input delay. One frame. Like, that's probably what you'll get, like, if you have a high, like, this is a slightly high ping. Yeah, Katie notices it because she's got, like, the eyes of an eagle. She's like, you are missing one frame. It is aggravating me. So what you're saying is Katie is a part of the 0.1%. Yes, Katie's a superhero. She has a power. And we should respect it. I'm sorry about how I burp all the time. I don't know what it is recently. I've been burping too much. I didn't notice it until I switched between games really quickly. So, you wouldn't have noticed it otherwise? Like, so, like, it really isn't a problem at all? And I always kind of wondered why Unreal games felt weird. I always felt like the controls on some Unreal games are just slightly slippery. And that sort of annoys me, but I got used to it. But then I found out about it and it makes sense. Would that make controls feel slippery? Yo, look how tired I look. Look at my eyes. I look like I'm just like so tired. I gotta keep my eyes open. Look at my big whites. Huh. Well, we're playing an Unreal Engine game today. Oh, there's something I want to talk about that I didn't get to really talk about last week, and I meant to talk about it. It's the last thing I wrote down on here. And basically, there are a bunch of chuds on Reddit that are accusing my wife of cheating on video games. Listen. One of these people, it's really pissed me off, said that Katie, that they could not believe that Katie was truly a good FPS player because she wasn't popular. And I was like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, she was playing Quake or something, and she was really good at Quake. And then this person was like, well, you can't be good at Quake because none of the esports guys who play Quake know who you are. But whenever, like, Katie is over here, like, at my house, and she's playing a game, like Smite or Quake or Apex or whatever, she'll be like, oh, I know that guy. That guy's so-and-so. He's an esport player. I've played with him a bunch of times. I've always whipped his ass. Like, Katie's played against Shroud and those type of guys, and I don't know why nobody recognizes her name when I think it's because Katie whips her ass, and they see, oh, Katie HD, it's a girl, and then they're like, fucking bitch, and then so they don't recognize that a bitch is that good at a video game when she is, because there's a little bit of misogyny, as I say. Like, cis-hetty gamers are bastards. Yeah, Katie doesn't play against them super often, but, like, there's also just the fact that, like, Katie only has started really uploading videos pretty recently, like, aiming clips, and let me tell you, Katie is exponentially better at aiming than she was 3 years ago when I met her. She keeps getting better. Like, every year, it's like a whole new level. Right? So, like, these people are, like, expecting Katie to have been, like, documenting her FPS, like, career, I guess, from the moment she started playing these games. Like, when Katie's, like, a 5-year-old and she gets, like, Quake or something. And she's like, Google Gaga playing Quake for you guys on Twitch. Ooh, you know. It's 2004. It's just so weird. Like, and there's also just the fact that, like, there's probably a reason behind why Katie didn't upload aiming clips until she felt confident enough to do that. And I wonder what that is. It sounds like it could be a little bit of internalized misogyny because of, like, a lot of women feel like they can't do anything until they're good at it. Right? They can't show it off until they're good at it because they know that there are men that will attack them for not being good at it. You know what I mean? And then you can't win. It's a no-win scenario because then when you're good at it, they accuse you of cheating. So it's like, what the fuck do you do? Like, it's outrageous, and I'm so tired of it because it upsets Katie. It's very upsetting when, like, you work on something so hard, like Katie has. She's worked so hard on this stuff. Like, Katie comes over to my house and she criticizes my desk for not being perfect for FPSs. And I'm like, because I don't play FPS games, why? Leave me alone. But she's always talking about, like, new technology, new hardware that will make it better for her. Like, she was super excited about those mice that were wireless that didn't have any input delay. Yeah, it feels you have to be so much better just to prove that you belong. Exactly. Like, that's what you have to do as a woman. And these guys are just shitty assholes. They won't accept you either way just because you're a woman. That's just because gaming communities suck shit. That's, like, what they're like usually. Especially FPS games, I feel. Like, I can't imagine a more dude-centric gaming genre. Like, it feels like the only people that are really seen playing FPS games are men. It's very much a boys' club, and it's very upsetting. And it's just, like, so weird to accuse someone of cheating. And it's not even, like, hard to, like, to go on... Why isn't my Stream Deck working? What the fuck? Like, why can't you just go to, like, Katie's channel? Right? And then, like, scroll down and find something from, like, a year ago, right? For, like, a 50-second video. Let's watch this. Right? Let's see how Katie has progressed in a year. Okay, we're turning off the music because I know who this is, and we're not listening. I refuse. Okay, so this is a shotgun. Right. First of all, I want you to note that Katie's tracking is not as good in this. This is a year ago. Her tracking is not as good as it is now, and she isn't like, what's the word? Like, that was a pretty good like spin. Addie watches wife's videos. All right, so she's killing Santa Claus there. Right. So that was a few seconds long. Now, let's check out her newest Apex video. Right? That was her best clips for the entire year. Now let's look at these clips. These are just from yesterday. Katie was telling me about this. Oh yeah, we can turn the sound on.
I don't like it.
Katie doesn't like battle royale games. So like, look how much better she's gotten. Her tracking is just tighter. It's much tighter than it was before. And it's like, how could you like fake natural movements like this? Like how you kind of shake your hand after you flick a little. You never see a computer doing that. Like you're never just like perfectly still, which is something that I find in a lot of aimbots that you don't do because you're not a cheater. You're not a robot. You just play a robot in Apex Legends all the time. Damn. Look, she's just like... And like, I guarantee this sort of like interaction, like this sort of fight where she was like 1v1, that sort of fight, that she wouldn't have done as well as she did last year. I mean, like this year, she wouldn't have done as well this year as she did last year. No, wait. She would have done better this year than what she did last year. Yeah, Katie doesn't understand how the fuck cheating works, right? She doesn't understand how programs work. This bitch I had to help Katie run an EXE the other day. I don't understand how y'all can think that this bitch is able to fool anti-cheat software. I had to teach her how to run an EXE. Click it. You know, it's not hard, but you know. It's so absurd to think, like, it's just that, like, I feel like that happens a lot with people with hyperfixations, is that people cannot comprehend why we care so much about these things and why we have such a depth of knowledge of these things, right? And so they judge you for it, and they think you're not real for knowing that much. This happens a lot to autistic children who know shit, but they get a lot of shit for it because they are seen to have knowledge that they shouldn't have for their age. You know what I mean? And it also upsets me when it also, this criticism not only comes from Reddit bros, but also like Reddit women as well. Like, why are you going after another girl gamer in a community that you know is overtly hostile to women? Like, it's so absurd. Like, have some goddamn solidarity, please. You know? Ugh. You know, and it's just like, there's also just the fact that like these gaming communities are filled with guys that will use your femininity, your womanhood against you, and they'll set up communities where they'll let you believe that they're very like opening and very accepting of you as a woman, but they're just doing that to get closer to you because they're the fucking gross cishet guys, and it's so upsetting. Anyway, let's switch the topic over to British foods. Me and my mom went to Giant the other day and bought a bunch of chocolate digestives, you know, the ones with the chocolate on top. And I was eating those, and I'm like, these are not as good as they used to be. Did they change the chocolate digestive recipe? I don't feel like they're as good as they used to be. Anybody here from England who has experience with digestives who can tell me if they've changed, because I feel like they've changed. And it's very upsetting because chocolate digestives used to be the shit. We used to fight over those bitches. I feel like English snacks and candy are just better than American snacks and candy. The only place where the Americans beat the British in terms of snacks is salty snacks. You only know the plain digestives? I'm so sorry that your life is so horridly boring, Paz. I need to send you some chocolate digestives, bud. You need to get some. I'm sorry that you've gone through life without having a single chocolate digestive. Oh my god, look at Frogus back there. He's so happy being on being Harold's little pillow. Frogus is such a cool guy. I love Frogus. Who doesn't love Frogus? He just vibes. He just sits there and he vibes. And Harold too. Harold always has the best advice for everybody. Harold also has really based political opinions. I don't know why people don't ask Harold more political opinions, because he's read a lot of theory. That's all I gotta say. Harold, in his free time, reads a lot of theory. He likes to read anything he can. He doesn't like just reading like anarchist thought or like Marxist-Leninist thought. He tries to read everything that he can because he doesn't want to be... He's not a theory bro. He just likes reading it. He won't tell you to read it, and he won't be like a smarmy douchebag about it. He just likes reading. He's a nerd. And I think it's okay to be a nerd. But Harold, I'm sorry, but I'm not reading Marx ever again. That shit broke my brain. It's just, reading is difficult for me, and especially if it's reading that like I'm not really overly interested in. I get migraines pretty easily from reading, which sucks. The last time I like completely finished a book was when I was like post-op surgery and I couldn't do anything else.
Are you just gonna sit there while Addie calls you a nerd? Well, I think it's fair to call me a nerd in some respects. Like, would you be upset if I called you a witch nerd or something? You know what I mean? Like, it's something that you're interested in. It feels like a compliment because it shows that, you know, I have an extreme affection towards learning things about, you know, leftist political ideology. I'm not just trying to, like, inflame my own ego. I don't have my own podcast or my own stream where I sit and debate people like a fucking loser. You know what I mean? I do what I can for my tadpole community, my frog, my swamps, and everything I can. I just want to read it so I can know and figure out how I can help other people, you know? I'm not doing this for myself, you know? Okay.
Nerds are cool. Like, hating on nerds is so whack. Whack. Hold up. Okay, excuse me. Harold is such a good boy. He will do anything for anyone. Harold one time sold like his own house just so he could give money to someone else. So they could have medicine. Because he's Harold. He's cool. Hating on nerds is so 3 decades ago? Yeah. Or maybe even longer than that. 3 decades ago was the 90s, you know? It was 4 decades ago in the 80s when that stuff sort of happened. That was the Revenge of the Nerds decade. Oh my god. Talk about a horrible movie. A microcosm of everything that is wrong with the 80s is Revenge of the Nerds. Horrible movie. Okay, I'm gonna just imbibe a little. Nerd culture is mainstream now. So when people claim nerds are uncool, they're just the ones who are out of the zeitgeist. Well, I also think I don't really agree. I think only certain things in major nerd culture have become cool. Star Wars, for example, is a good example. Star Trek, if you like Star Trek, people are still kind of shitty about it. You know what I mean? Like, people still have that really mean interpretation of what a Trek fan is supposed to be. And that's not me complaining. I'm impressed because I'm a Trekkie. No, like, I'm just saying that, like, I feel like it's more nuanced than just nerd culture has become accepted now. And I'm sure, like, in American education, for example, STEM is becoming more of a focus. But I wouldn't say that it makes you cool to be smart. I don't know. I also don't think how popular something is should matter. Thank you, Katie. Speak the truth. Bars. True. Facts. Exactly. We shouldn't judge people for liking things that aren't popular or something we don't like. I will bully my wife for liking Chris Corner, but that's because I get to do that. It makes her laugh. And I will do that all day if I can, if I wanted to, because it makes her laugh, and that's what matters. Like, for example, I like to joke that he's a goat, and I'll make, like, goat jokes. Chris Corner, he's, like, her favorite musician guy. I don't really like him that much. He sounds like a goat when he sings. It's really... Who's the first best singing, then? Probably Maria Calais or something like that. Great musicians. Bjork. Katie is flirting with me in chat, and that's very rude. But yeah, I don't like him, and I just make up, like, jokes for why I don't like him. Like, he's a goat. And for one example, I like to joke around that he's an actual goat that has just convinced people that he's a human being. Like, he's always wearing shoes because he has hooves. Like, he's just trying to hide his hooves. He never wears sandals because he doesn't have feet. He has hooves. And then, he's just a goat. And then, like, Katie said to me that he went to school for astrophysics, like he wanted to be a mathematician or something. So I said, oh, so he went up to the college admissions desk and was like, can I take a course in math? That was pretty funny of me. What is tumnus? Okay. Harold, advice time.
Are you a frog that convinces people that I'm a human? What the fuck? How could I convince anybody that I'm a goddamn human? I'm like 8 inches long and I walk like a frog. Please explain to me how the hell I could do that. People just can't resist my inherent charm. I am a beautiful frog. I'm a great man. I'm good, okay? I do not need you accusing me of trickery and fakery, okay? I am a good man.
You know, tumnus. What is tum? I'm gonna Google this. I'm gonna Google tumnus. You know what? I'm Googling things when my face turns really white. Oh, yeah. This dude from fucking, what's it called? Yeah, he's a satyr. Yeah, that's what I say. That's, Narnia, right?
I've never once heard you croak. Well, why don't you freaking use your mind? Imagine why I haven't croaked. A croaking is a mating ritual thing, dog. Why would I croak around you? That's weird. That's like our version of hitting on people. It's like, why would I do that? It's so weird. Is Addie a frog that convinces people she's a human? That is classified information. That's classified. I can't tell you information about that. It's classified. I'm sorry. It's above my security clearance.
Listen, I think the chat hour has been a great idea of mine. I was just like, I want to talk to the homies. I don't want to play a video game all the time. Sometimes I just want to talk to the homies. Bad thing is, y'all get to see how bad my eyebrows are. Don't know why they do that. They are just like that. We get Harold time, more Harold gags. Harold, get over on Fargus, you bitch ass. Okay, see? Harold's over there. Alright, we got 9 minutes. Oh! Okay, I gotta check my posture. Okay, posture seems good, right? Seems good to me. Seems good to me. I am sitting straight. I'm doing good. Alright. I will be playing Spyro with a controller because if you play this game with a keyboard and mouse, I'm wondering if you're a sadist or if you just hate yourself. Do you hate yourself if you play Spyro without a controller? Most likely. It seems like something a hater would do. I gotta drink my water. Why would you play like any platformer like that with a keyboard and mouse? What the hell's wrong with you? I always hate myself, controller or not. Based. No, I'm just kidding. Yesterday, was pretty great, honestly. Pretty great day. Does it look like the right side of my face? Like this side of my face? No. This side of my face is like less than this side of the face? Like my eyes are opened less? Maybe not. Maybe I'm just imagining things. Maybe I don't want to be developing a lazy eye or something. But also people think I'm nuts for playing Elite Dangerous with a controller. I don't know why. It feels right. I don't have a stick yet, so it's official. I am a clown. I think we're all clowns. If you watch my content, I believe that makes you a clown, just like fundamentally. Like, what else would you be other than a clown? Where's Amanda? I want to say hi to Amanda. I haven't seen Amanda today. Isn't it because flying stuff has to use a bunch of buttons? Well, yeah, but I can just my keyboard is right here. It's not that far away. I can press a button. You know, you can take your hand. You can hold a controller in your hand with one hand. You don't need both your hands on the fucking controller at all times. For my car and beside my bed, I use a magnetic phone holder. And since I had my phone, I stuck an adhesive metal plate to the back. Today I took it off and realized that my phone actually sticks to the magnets without the plate. Chloe, I want to say that you're a genius. But also, should you be messing with like electronics and magnets like that? I know that you're not supposed to put magnets on your computer case. Because it'll destroy the hardware or something. Only because of hard drives, which uses magnets. Generally, don't put magnets on tech. Solid state storage doesn't care. Okay. Will it like destroy your hard drive if you put a magnet on it? So like is that a good way to wipe memory off a hard drive? Is just get a big old fat magnet and go clonk? Huh. Interesting. That's good. That's good to know. Why? I won't tell. It's only good to know for me. You don't get to know why it's good to know. Only I get to know why it's good to know. Magnets fuck with any ferrous metals. Well, are there that many? How many ferrous metals are in a... Oh, no, I didn't want to open Streamlabs again. Please don't open... I want Stream Deck. Okay. Sorry, my Stream Deck had to restart, and it's kind of being finicky. Okay. But we don't use ferrous metals to make computers work. Yeah, we use gold and shit. I know that. We use gold. And gold is pretty good at like electricity shit or something. I don't fucking know. I don't know anything. And copper. Do we still use copper in the year of our Lord 2021? Like, I know we use copper in like in walls, but what is that? That's for electricity, isn't it? I don't know what that's for actually. I don't know why we have copper in our walls. I might be dumb. I might be a bimbo, but I'm admitting to it. I'm a bimbo. I'm a fool. Yeah, we use loads of copper. But copper is non-ferrous. Interesting. Isn't copper also, like, really easy to find? Silver is the best conductor. Gold is only marginally useful in smart devices. Copper is still used almost exclusively for conductors, wires, transistors, and about 90% of all electrical needs. Why do I keep saying electrical? That's not a word, Addie. Electrical. You know what? That's what I'm just gonna say from now on. Electrical. That's gonna become an ukulele for a thing for me, and I won't be able to fucking ever stop. Is it electricity? Lithium is overtaking for batteries only by ramping up colonialism to tear up countries for it. Yeah, isn't lithium found really more in the global south? And that's like kind of, where colonizers love to colonize. Oh, it's because there's a magnet in the hard drive that controls the read-write head movement. Yes, didn't Chloe just say that? Am I losing my little bonkers? Okay, gang. I gotta move to stream intermission while I change the title and switch the thingy over to you know what I'm doing. We're just switching to streaming. We're just switching to a different scene, so it looks like I'm doing something and I'm not really doing something. You know what I mean? Spyro the Dragon. No, I'm a Spyro the Reignited. No, can I get Spyro Reignited Trilogy? Where is it? Spyro the Dragon Reignited Trilogy. Okay. Bimbo plays Dragon Boy. Memorial stream for Toys for Bob. Okay. Oh yeah, and the U.S. and Tesla backed the fascist coup in Bolivia in 2019 to get lithium. Yeah, remember Elon Musk made his jokes around about that. Yeah, iron stays magnetic for too long. Copper is inductively magnetic, so it turns off when you need it to. What? How does that work? How does that work? I don't understand science. I'm sorry to say that I'm a bit of a bimbo when it comes to science. I don't hold up. We gotta go. When I switch the okay, let me switch. We'll go quickly look at that. What the fuck? Why is my stream deck being a little bitch? Yes, that is the insane clown posse, isn't it? My stream deck isn't working. I don't know why. It's kind of doing my head in. Okay, this is the song. We won't listen to all of it because I don't want to get a copyright claim.
We got a theory. You see, Mike, we got a theory.
I love the Insane Clown Posse. I think they're pretty great.
We've ever known, then it's easy to miss what really goes on. But I've seen miracles in every way, and I see miracles every day.
Okay. This is green screen is really bad. I just want to point that out.
Stars way above them at night. You don't have to be high to look in the sky and know that's a miracle open wide. Look at the mountains, trees.
So the song is just like how this earth is so pretty, dog. Where we live is so pretty, but I don't know where the magnets, how do they work part is, so.
Right? This shit'll blow your motherfucking minds.
What?
Music is a lot like love. It's all
Okay, I think we're good. I think we don't need to watch more of the Insane Clown Posse. I think we can get to playing the game.